Oh, good evening, people, and welcome again to the Dutty Bumbacast. Yeah, well, I got a team here of people, all right, and first of all, I want to ask them how their week's been, and I'm going to introduce you all to who I'm rolling with this week on the Dutty Bumbacast. First of all, I want to introduce Marnie. How you doing, Marnie?
Yeah, all going, brother.
Yo, Marnie.
Right.
You can hear me? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I can hear you good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
We can all
hear
you.
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed, bro. I'm good. What you saying?
What you been up to, man? Tell us, what you been up to this week? You don't have to get into anything deep, right?
Just working.
What
I just been working, bro. I done a grueling 15-hour shift yesterday in the freezing cold. You get what I'm saying? I earned my money yesterday. Still, I don't think I'm ever gonna spend that piece. Still.
No. So what were you doing? What line of work are you doing in the freezing cold out there for 15 hours?
See, I'm a forklift driver / driver's mate still. So yeah, I was driving up and down in Swindon. You get me, delivering shit in the freezing cold, like.
That's good, still, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Good. And I want to introduce Crush.
Yay! What's going on?
How you been?
I'm good. I'm really well, actually.
How's your week?
I'm really well. My week has been, every day's different, but yeah, it's been all good. I have been snowed in for 2 days now, so that's been a bit of a challenge when it comes to the kids and stuff. Bar that, I've been working, and I've been working on my mixtape as well. That's what I've been doing really hard.
That's what I'm waiting for, your mixtape now.
I know everyone's waiting for the mixtape. You know what? It's just one of them ones where I've done music for so long, but I didn't have a sense of direction. I was just good at it. You know, there's some things you can't teach. Let's just keep it real. And I was just good at it. But now I have I got more to say and a story to tell. So yeah, I'm really concentrating on that, and yeah, I'm excited to share it with everybody. You know.
Well, you know, you have to send me my copies, definitely, straight away.
Yeah, get your copy. Yeah, man, everyone will get their signed copy.
Yeah.
Of course, come on, Lenny, man.
Right, that's good. And who else is there? We got Giddy. Giddy, what's happening, bro?
Yo, what you saying, my brother? You good, yeah?
Yeah, I'm blessed. How your week been?
My week, it's been alright, still, you know, like, boy, since obviously my little circumstance, my trials and tribulations I've been through, like, every day is a blessing for me right now, but yeah, besides a little work and stuff like that. We're just here, we're just breathing, man. Give thanks for that, my brother.
That's it, family. I love that still. All right, listen, we're getting to the topics now, yeah?
What about you? What have you been doing?
What about me?
You
want to hear about me?
You want to hear about me?
I know, you almost slipped past with that one, innit?
You know what? They hear about me every week, so I thought they might be bored of hearing about me. But I just do the same old thing. I wake up in the morning, look up to my pitney them, throw out my clothing, I try and just get these cells out. You know what I mean? Like, that's me every day. Hustling, man. Hustling for freedom.
Hustle for freedom, yeah.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Yeah, you see a couple of them top too, my brother, you know?
Absolutely love
you. Yeah, everyone's going to get a top, man. I'm going to start the whole team with tops. Don't worry about that, man.
Yeah, when I'm back down those sides, I'm coming down there for some tops of hat, man. Support the team, man.
Yeah, bless for that. Bless for that still.
I don't mind paying for it, Lenny. Don't worry. I don't worry. Lenny, don't worry. I don't mind paying for it.
Yeah, man. We're support, man. We're support, man.
Blessings, yeah? All right, listen, let's get into the first topic, all right? And we're going to leave. I want to put this one on to Crush, really.
Oh, okay. So, from what I'm hearing this week, Lil Uzi. Now, I'm kind of old school, innit? So, I don't know much about these rappers and that. But I know they're all effed in their head at the moment, innit? So, basically, Lil Uzi story. I think this is courtesy of Media Takeout. Rapper Lil Uzi is coming under some real fire. According to reports, he has had a 15-year-old girl twerking in his cabin at a Miami party yesterday. I don't know when yesterday was, but there you go. Okay, so what we have here is, MOT News told those girls are all underage. They go to high school here in Miami. One of them is only 15, a sophomore. The rest are all seniors. It's not clear that the girls did anything other than dance in Uzi's cabin, a cabana, sorry. But that wasn't smart for any of the parties involved. So the story here revolves around Uzi, but we've seen a lot of examples of this happening. Obviously, we can go back years and years and years. For example, I think there was a situation with Wiley from the UK, having some underage girls around him. We all know about R. Kelly and his situation with just the most recent. He's supposed to be some form of cult, you know, and then obviously Aaliyah as well, you know. So what we're going to discuss, and obviously Tiger as well, and Kylie Jenner. But what we're going to talk about is why do musicians and other famous people seem to get a pass when it comes to underage partners. Okay? So I reiterate that again. Why do musicians and other famous people seem to get a pass when it comes to underage partners? Back to you, Lenny.
Me, you know what? Well, I seen the video. When I first seen the video, I felt like, you know what it is? It's all money. That's why I got to say first, it's money. Once you got some money, it seems like you could get with anything, especially as the musicians now, yeah? It ain't just musicians it's happening with, man. There's movie stars that's doing it. It's everyone that's got money that could get away with doing this underage bullshit. Like, when I seen the video, I thought I could tell straight away. They didn't need to say that these girls are underage. You could tell that these girls are probably like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah.
That's sick. And I reckon right now it needs to be sorted out because it seems like this is
blind eye.
It just seems like it's normal in the music industry where you could have like these underage girls in your look. They ain't just dancing they were doing. You know, it ain't just dancing. There's gonna be more things they were doing. Cause they're just gonna be in the man's cabin just to dance. Look,
exactly.
Can I elaborate
on that? In just the little bathing suits and stuff. Where are they coming from? Where are their parents?
Exactly.
Right? And how did they even? It's all on video now, isn't it? So they're exposed, isn't it?
It's so true. And can I elaborate a bit?
Yeah, man.
And you know what it is? See, in this day of age, what we're living in right now, like technology-wise, cameras and everything is here. And like, obviously, I don't know much about little Uzi, I don't even know Woozy. I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know how to pronounce his name.
But see what it is here. See with these celebrities, and everyone says, they're getting away with stuff. People have to remember that this has been going on in that industry for many years. You know what I'm saying? It's just now with technology and certain people now, it's now exposed. Like, and kind of going to that, the Jimmy Savile kind of situation, like, and everyone was kind of like shocked. Like, these musicians, what it is, they're in a power and they have money, so they feel that they can have power. And you see, when you have power, you feel that you can abuse your power. You know what I'm saying? So,
can I intervene?
Go ahead.
Yo, well, like, obviously, it's not just musicians and famous people. Like, this just happens every day, day in, day out, innit? Like, generally, through life.
It's just everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, generally through life, younger girls are with older men, innit? That's just what happens generally through life.
And that's that. But can I add to that as well, just to add? A lot of girls are now tainted and effed up due to the fact of the lack of men and father figures around. You know what I mean? Hence why they do go for the older ones and so forth. The older guys know this and are aware of it. And they can manipulate and mold. Men like to mold a woman, and all of that. So this is all.
But like, can we go back to this little Uzi situation? Yeah, like, I just want to be a bit controversial, innit? This is the whole reason why I'm on this show. I just want to be a bit controversial, yeah. Right. This 15-year-old apparently is the youngest girl there, yeah. She's apparently the youngest girl there. So what? The other girls are like what? 16, 17, 18. So what I'm saying is, yeah. All right then. They're Americans, innit? So underage is under 18. In this country, underage would be under 16. So if those girls were 16 and over in this country, there would be nothing wrong with what he's doing. And I Googled how old he was. He's only 23. He's a kid himself. So what I'm trying to say is, so if a man's out and he's 23 years old, yeah, and he sees a bunch of 18-year-old girls, mind you don't know if he knows any of these girls. You don't know that he knows that girl's 15. You don't know if he knows her from Adam. He could have been in the street and he could have bucked a couple 18-year-olds and goes, I'm having a party, you want to come over? And they brought that little 15-year-old with them. So really and truly,
is that not their responsibility to be checking? They know what the world's like. They know girls are growing out of massive they got big titties and big fatties nowadays. It's not your responsibility just to double check and secure yourself.
When you're a big man, not when you're 23, you own your kids.
Yeah, no, true. Okay, no, I agree with that. When
you're 23, you're
thinking about that. You're just looking to smack. You don't care about that.
You're still a child. You're barely an adult. So he brings in the one we talked to might have been 18, and he could get out 18, right? Then come through in it, and then they bring a 15-year-old. So
she brings.
Ain't those girls the ones that's in the wrong for bringing the 15-year-old? He don't know them. He don't know old shit.
True that.
Yeah, that could be very true. And
I'm just throwing it out there. Right,
I think about experiences, and the older girls bringing us into situations we were a bit naive and didn't understand and didn't know what we was getting into, and we left to our own devices. Yes, I absolutely agree. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, it goes back to your own knowing yourself, I guess. And I guess at 23, when I was that age, no matter what, I might put myself in certain positions, but I would know it's up to me. I can't rely on someone else to tell me what to do, if that makes sense.
The only point I was trying to kind of make is that, like, you're kind of always quick to make assumptions that the guy's doing the wrong thing. It just could be. I watched the video. They were just. I don't even know what was going on. He's just there with a couple of girls and a dad.
Where's his team? Where's his team and stuff as well? Because there's got to be somebody. Because of his age, he should have a team behind him saying, You know what I mean? The guidance to make sure that's not happening.
Yeah.
He's got. At the end of the day, he may be 23, but he does have a massive following. And a lot of people are looking up to him, you know what I mean? And how he conducts himself.
Offense on that.
Exactly. And it.
Listen, go on, carry on, Crush.
No, I was gonna say something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna elaborate. And it's true, like what you say in that money, like, and you know it is. A lot of people have to look at things like this, and I'm looking at it from another angle too. Yeah, because you're a celebrity means that if you do something or things like that, people get on you, like, they're normal, they're human beings too, and obviously they've been put in a situation where they've used their talent and they've got so far, you understand what I'm saying? Obviously, I don't know the full ins and out with little Uzi stuff, but obviously maybe his manager's on poor management, like you said, he's young, 23, like, remember, you get a hell lot of money, at 23, you're not making people...
You're gonna be acting a fool, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on, you're 23, you're seeing fast money, you're living a life, you know what I'm saying? He's still young-minded, you know what I'm saying? As someone probably in an older age, in their 40s or something like that, being put in that situation, they should be more wise for the situation, you know what I'm saying?
Of course, to monitor him and show him, say, look, this, that, the other, this, that, the other, instead of quick to blast him out in public, you get what I'm trying to say? People need to look into things more so.
Well, was it not him filming it himself?
Yeah, he was
filming it. So in his eyes, he don't see what he's doing wrong. No, that's not that. It's not that he doesn't care. He doesn't know what he's doing wrong.
Maybe because a lot of celebrities are living up to, look, listen, I am out here, but I'm not trying to be a role model. I'm just being me. You know what I mean? I'm just doing me, so he could have that attitude about, I'm just doing what is right for me.
Let me tell you something. Going back to what Marnie was saying now, yeah? Marnie you might have seen them in the streets. You get me? And invited them back. That's another thing. Like, you know why I didn't even think about that before? But that's true. Because of loads of these girls, even though I could tell that those girls, I'm looking at them, I could tell that they're young, underage girls now, yeah? Remember, he's young. I'm a big man for him. I'm 30.
You're a big man, big picnic lady. Get me?
Yeah.
Alright, so I could see that they're youth. But as a 23-year-old man, you might be looking and thinking, right, who's them guys?
Yeah, look at the bumper on that, like, bro, like.
Yeah, because how much females do you know now that you can go and say, yeah, they're 14, 15 years old when you look on them?
It's true, we kind of have to put ourselves into a 23-year-old mind.
And
their age groups, like, yes, I guess 16 to 25, do you know what I mean?
You're basically the same.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Especially with today's society, how it is, and everyone's so forward, so fast. So you can, I don't know. I'm just trying to think. He's probably thinking, I'm little Uzi, man. Like you see, girls, I'm little Uzi. I'm gassed up on that. And I got money. Come, let's go to the altar. He's not taking in. Oh wait, there these young girls, this and that. He's seeing whatever he might be seeing. Girls are there. Maybe he's little Uzi, so they're gonna be throwing attention to him anyway. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right. Listen, we're going to wrap this one up here. But has anyone else got anything to say on this topic at all? Marnie, you got anything else to say?
Yeah. No, not really nothing else to say, but obviously, like I said, he's a youth, man, innit? When you look about past things that happened in the past where there's grown men who blatantly know what wrong they're doing, it's just a whole different circumstance, innit? You know what I mean? I'm gonna allow Uzi on this one, innit? Because he's just a young in himself.
Yeah.
You need to change that name. You need to change that name, though.
Uzi.
Yeah,
that in itself is another issue, another subject.
Yeah, that's another subject. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I don't like it.
That's just
I
think
the team around him should be supporting him a bit more. You know what I mean? He's a young cat out there. Do you know what I mean? He's got loads of money. He's flossing. He's doing his thing cool, but that needs to be reined in it, or it's not a good look.
Yeah. Okay. So everyone's finished with it. Everyone said they're gonna say on this topic, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right then.
Nasty, Uzi.
All right, we're gonna move on to the second one now. Yeah, the second topic of the day. And what I want to talk about is the drugs thing now. Yeah, attitudes to drugs. Right? As people's attitude changed towards drugs. Yeah, and as it got cooler now to be using like Class A drugs. That's why. Me myself, I don't know. As me myself, I haven't got a clue because of the only thing I've ever tried is weed. All right, and I don't class that as a drug anyway. All right, that's the only thing I've tried. So I don't know about the rest of the shit. But I know that the reason I haven't gone on to try it is because I've seen what it's done to certain people. Get me? And I know that I can. That's part of the reason. I don't want to try it anyway, because I don't want to be one of these fucked up guys that's walking around looking all fucked up. Alright? But plus I've seen people go down that path.
Lenny, can I kind of put my view point across here?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Obviously, man, I smoke weed. I don't need to lie to no one. We smoked rude boy splits back in the day and stuff like that, and we've done E's and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But I say what it is with today's society, see what it is. When I was growing up, especially listening to the music culture of drugs, like, people wasn't really glorifying it, you know what I'm saying? In the sense that cool, we know people did it and they done it, and that was their award, you know what I'm saying? Now I believe, like, we live in today's society where it's being glorified, so these young kids can believe that it's acceptable, like, cool, like, these things happen and it's been going in the past, but it wasn't glorified out there. If you were part of that movement, but now everyone thinks now, because this rapper's doing it or this and that, they're getting themselves involved in it and don't fully understand what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And when we talk about drugs now, we're not talking like, so you have to remember now what's going on to today's society. It's a lot of prescription medication, what they call it, lean, all these sort of things, you understand what I'm saying? Which is, drugs are bad regarding it, you know what I'm saying? But these things will physically, you know what I'm saying, it's destroy you at a quicker rate, you know what I'm saying? And that's just my view. I believe that is getting publicized and glorified more than what it was how I was growing up, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Definitely. To add to that is due to the social media and stuff like that. You know, back in the day, it was a case of it was taboo almost. You know, there was a group of people, for instance, that would, you know, back in the 80s, crack wasn't whack. Do you know what I mean? Is you either part of the team or you wasn't. It was okay for a certain group of people to do that. It moved on slightly to the partying stage, so that was more, you know, the acid and this and that, but it was always done in a fun kind of environment, party life. Do you know what I mean? It was like that. Now it's in the music and everything. It's in everyone's face. It has been told to basically to do it. It's fun. If you ain't doing that, what are you doing? And these young kids are following everything now and jumping on. You know,
the wickedest thing is, let's say about the wickedest thing. It's not even just the kids. It's adults as well, because it's like. What I find funny, I find it hilarious, is that I've been doing bits and pieces from in the 90s. Everybody knows this. And it's like, when I used to do stuff, people used to look at me like I was weird. Like, I'm a madman. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, in it round, like, 15 to 20 years later, I'm seeing people my age experimenting. That's something you do when you're a teenager. It's like,
we were like, hello.
Now, I mean, they're doing stuff that I'm slowing back on now. I'm thinking, hey, all of them, like, I was doing this. He was looking at me like I'm weird. Like, people are the fashion, innit? So they, like you said, you see celebrities saying, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. Now everybody thinks, okay, then they're doing it, so let's do it. Why not? Can you not think for yourself and think, that means that you wanted to do it from a long time ago. From way back, you get what I'm trying to say? But they were just a bit scared because of what people might point the finger and say you're a bit different from that person. I don't know, but it's definitely more acceptable now to do certain things. Definitely.
Yeah.
And that's today's society. See, it is like everyone, whatever's in it, the majority are going to go with it, like you say, Marnie. Like back in the day, obviously, people using certain drugs back in the day, people would look on that person weird and they wasn't glorified. They won't be put in that light in or whatever it may be. Regardless, they know the person, they never know the person. But today now, like it's glorified seeing that number. Like everyone wants to be known that they're high on drugs and stuff like that. You see people put things on social media and stuff like that out there, not all doing what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I know it's whack. Like
it's like we had it in proportion. Yeah, we had it in proportion. You know, here and there. Do you know what I mean? Now it's like the more you do, the better, the cooler you are, almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
that's what I've noticed. Like everyone, when you're out, everyone's high off their fucking head, man.
And also, no one's admitting it. The real ones are not admitting it as well. Do you know what I mean? They're mash up.
Yeah, strange to me.
They're still hiding it.
To me, because of, like I said, when, like, I knew people done it, alright, but I never touched it. But for it to be out there so brawling now, like you said, the social media. Yeah. All over Instagram,
and being documented as well.
It's documented. Videos of them doing it.
That's it, documented as well, which has made it very different as well. You know, you can have your, you know, people may want to try things once here and there, but it's all being documented, which now is a factor of your life. If you, it's fully.
That was one of the world's worst mistakes. One of the world's worst mistakes was putting phones with people's hands with cameras on there. Like,
You're telling you, Big Brother is out here.
Yeah, everything's out there. You can't hide. You can't hide now.
You can't hide from nothing. So it's just about owning what you're doing. But I think for me, with everything, it's about balance. So you know, we've all done.
The fact is, yeah, like see through my life, I've always been open and honest with what I do. Don't get me wrong. I don't go around filming it and exposing it like how they do on social media. You ask something, I will tell you. I will tell you the truth. The reason is, yeah, people are hiding stuff. When you hide stuff and lie about what you're doing, that means you're ashamed of yourself. That means you're ashamed of what you're doing. That's why you lie about it. I don't need to be ashamed. Even though some of the things that I might be doing might not be the best of things to do, I can still hold my head up and know that my morals are in the right place and I still live just like how everybody else. I'm not doing anything different from anybody else. I'm not. You feel what I'm saying? So I hear you, man. If you're ashamed of, if you think what you're doing is wrong, you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. Therefore, you wouldn't need to lie. So for those who are doing stuff that they don't agree with themselves, stop doing it or own it.
Have balance. Just have balance and admit the cunt you are. Do you know what I mean? Sorry for swearing. And then the beautiful person you are as well. What you do, they say, you know, behind closed doors, you are who you are when you're by yourself. You know what I mean? And if you do a lot of drugs and do things, cool. Just own it. You're not really troubling no one else. What you're doing in the comfort of your home or whatever you do, cool. You know what I mean? And then the day-to-day stuff, you're a beautiful person. Just own up to what you do. Own it. You know what I mean?
True talk. True talk.
Yeah, man.
So, everyone, listen, have anyone else got anything else to say on this here topic here? Because I kind of want to move on to the next one. Kind of liking this one. I want Marnie to do the next one as well. But anyone else got anything else to say on this topic?
No, we could slide over, man, to the next.
We'll move forward. Yeah.
I'm done with this one as well.
Just don't touch certain drugs, people. It's very hard to come back from.
Leave it.
Trust me, we battle forever. That's it.
Yeah, it's like it's Russian roulette in it. You never know how you're gonna react to them. You get me? You don't know how much you're gonna like it. You don't know how high your addiction pattern is. It's best you just fall back and don't try it.
Yeah. Another thing I want to say, one more thing, If you're over 10 years old, you don't need to be fucking around with balloons, All right.
The balloon thing's a whole nother. What the hell, man?
And Spice. If you are destined to try drugs, do something that's natural and that actually grows from the ground. Don't do something that's made in the lab, like.
You look at some of these videos and you can see the damage and the crazy psychotic thing it does to you, but yet you still, wow, it's not going to do that to me. Let me try it. Let me go and try it.
It's mad, but you know,
oh my goodness.
So before we move off a minute, I just want to mention, like, I don't know if I've seen some video of what's been going on in Jamaica, what the youths are smoking out there right now. I forgot the name of the thing, but basically they use it to preserve people's body when they die, and they're using it in Jamaica. These people are doing mad things, from acts of murder to whatever it may be. Like, oh no, society's crazy.
Can I, before we do move on from this subject, actually, can I just throw something out there? Yeah, does anybody there believe that drugs can be used for anything good?
Yes.
Can you believe, yeah, that everything on this earth was put here for a reason, yeah? And there's a plan and it can be used as medication, whether it's heroin or whether it's cocaine, whatever it may be, it can be used in a positive way. Do you believe, that us as humans are using these drugs wrong and there could be actually a beneficial way to use it?
I think it's because we're conditioned to believe that it's all wrong. I think, you know, it's anything green, so with herb and stuff like that, we know for a fact the beautiful things it can do for us, but because we've been conditioned mentally to believe it's a negative, it's only going to do negative to our body. They already established that. They've taken it away from us and use it against us to feel that it has to be done in moderate.
They make it illegal, innit? That instantly puts something negative on it, innit?
Automatically, exactly. You smoke weed, you reach in your higher levels, and you say, when you're back home in Jamaica, you've got your rum and you've got your spliff, you're in a nice environment. Going back to when everyone used to smoke ganja, do you understand? That niceness. But it's like getting sprayed up with all sorts of stuff, and you could already see from off the back the levels of what it's done to half of us. Do you know what I mean? The addiction side has come. It was nice to just bun a spliff and feel merry and righteous. Now everyone's going on paranoid because it's not being used in the right kind of form. We know that it helps to heal.
They're fucking up the ganja. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, man, they're fucking it all up. But they know that. But they don't, you know, they already know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right.
So we're moving on.
We're moving on, yeah?
Don't do drugs.
Yeah. What's that? What do you say, Crush?
Don't do drugs.
Maybe try
once.
Let's move on. All right. Marnie, I want you to talk this one, you know.
Yeah, all right, cool. What's it, the slave auction, yeah?
Yeah, that's
right.
I'm leaving this with you.
This story comes to us from the BBC. A group of school pupils allegedly chained a black student to a lamppost and whipped him in a mock slave auction. Police are investigating the allegation, which happened at a school in Bath, and said it was taking it extremely seriously. 6 boys aged 15 and 16 have voluntarily attended interviews. Right. Avon and Somerset Police said the incident in January was initially reported by the Bath Chronicle. It said the pupil was prodded with sticks and called extreme racist names. The school's board of governors have refused to expel 3 pupils, according to the paper. Back to you, Lenny.
Well, see, when I first heard about this, I was really pissed. Well, I'm still pissed off by it. And I reckon is the school governors, for a start, they need to be taken from their position. Their position taken off of them, right, and give it to some people with some fucking sense, because like it was a racist attack, basically a slave auction, calling him racist names, beating the youth now, yeah. They're hitting him, calling him racist names, and they made it like a slave auction.
Like an auction.
They made it so like they're selling him. You get me? So that's some proper deep racist fuckeries now, yeah. And the kid, well, they got expelled, right? The headmaster expelled them from the school. Right? Then the governor overturned it. The kids was back in school within 2 days?
Yeah, something like that.
So the kids that they've done beat, alright, and tied up, alright, has to see those kids in school every day. You get me? And they've got away with that. And that's it. What they said is underneath police investigation. So how long is that going to take? Who get the police don't give a fuck?
Wow.
Nothing's going to happen.
When I read this,
imagine, imagine now, yeah? And I know, I'm going a bit left on this now. Imagine
go on.
We got a bunch of black youths that tie up a white kid, alright, and beat him, alright? Without chanting any racist fuckery, just beat him up, alright? What would happen? What would happen to those guys?
Lenny, this is what I'm going to say, yeah? Anyway. This is what I'm going to say, innit? Right? Well, I had to read this one twice, because when I read it the first time, I thought, okay, is this serious? Is this actually real? Because I imagine if I done something like that, I'll get remanded straight. I'll be police station, court, remand, and then they'll sort it out after. You hear what I'm trying to say? Like, I couldn't understand it. It just didn't make much sense. They tied him to a lamppost and beat him. I was calling him racist names. I don't understand. Like, what? And
not expel, nothing.
Yeah, we're investigating it. To see if it really did happen or not. Like, but that made me think, though, what did he have any marks on him? Like, what are they investigating? I don't understand. Like,
what is there to investigate?
Yeah, I don't actually.
Yeah, exactly. How are they breaking down this investigation? What are they actually trying to pick from this situation? One, you know, okay, what bullying? What are you going to come with that makes it justifiable? There's nothing in it, no matter what.
There's nothing justifiable to that. I was taking in what Marnie just read and stuff like that, and I've only read a bit of this article.
To know that they were expelled initially as well. Sorry.
Expelled, that's
they were initially expelled, and they were initially expelled, and then they were able to go back to the school. So with this, so that means you're most probably on report. You're most probably, I can't remember how it all works, but any little thing you do, a couple of strikes, you're out. You know what I mean? So this is something very major. It should be a no-brainer. No-brainer. Come out and investigate as well, to understand, and deal with it properly. That's the bottom line how it should go. There should be no...
Well, you know what I'm more concerned about? Right, and these kids have done this thing, yeah? I'm more concerned about what are the parents like. What are you putting into them child? So for these kids to know to do that to a black child, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, in this time of day of error, you know what I'm saying? Because they say that slavery finished a long time ago. This is just my opinion. I don't know if anyone will agree with me. Slavery has never left us, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real. I'm just being real with you on.
Well, we know that it's all subliminal.
It's all subliminal, but it keeps happening. It's always.
But you just mentioned something, Julia. Sorry to cut you. You mentioned something about the parents. Now, going back to social media again as well. Back in the day, okay, it was everything was kind of done in house. You'd hear more times it was coming from the household. Do you know what I mean? And now more so, they're watching a lot of stuff, which is there's just so much. Everything's accessible now, so it's not just that. As a group of friends sitting down watching YouTube, they're coming across little things and da-da-da-da-da. I don't think we can just blame the parents anymore, because parents. But
let's see, like today's society is very more multicultural than back in the times when we were young or before that. You understand what I'm saying? But to even hear that white kids are doing this to another culture, another race, you understand what I'm saying? So you have to look at it. Where have they got these things from? You know what I'm saying? Through internet and these sort of things. You know what I'm saying? But there has to be some sort of trick and some sort of influence to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's in blood. It's in blood. That's why.
How old was these kids?
We're talking 50, but about 14, 15. You know what I mean?
I'll say something. All right. Like I said, I believe, it could come. Some of it could come from the parents, because of you couldn't say that you're not born a racist person. These get brought down to you. It's learned, something you learn. All right, people ain't born with racist genes. All right, so it didn't come from in that way. There it ain't something like that within his DNA. Right? They've learned it from somewhere. Some of it they might have learned from the parents, but right now you have to look on social media. Right? Anytime there's any form of racist attack, flipping, shootings, anything like that, right? Look out, even on Facebook, right? You can see the shootings, you can see people killing each other, all sorts of fuckeries, and they'll leave it on Facebook to see. All the racist things, even with the Donald Trump and all those sort of things there, they leave it all on Facebook for someone to see now, Put a pair of tits on Facebook, all right? How quick does that get taken down? All right, compared to all these things where you can see people getting killed and racial abuse and all that on Facebook. Kids could be watching. The kids are watching all those sort of things there. Right?
No, but Len, this is
perception. They keep making
this is what you have to understand, This is what you have to understand, This is the kind of things that they do in it. They promote these stuff they promote these stuff to degrade us. You have to understand, even down to music, we have to understand, is like. I remember when Miley Cyrus must have done that Wrecking Ball video, she done one naked as well, innit? Like, after a while, they banned the video, and it was so hard to find that video. But you could find I'm in love with the couple. It's so easy, though. You can find the video of niggas chopping up food and talking about they're in love with. They want you to see that. They want you to digest that. They'll ban Miley Cyrus naked, but they won't ban black youths talking about I'm in love with the cocoa, though. You get what I'm trying to say? This is
because they want everyone to have a perception of how things are.
That's what they want to feed. Sorry, I was going to say that's what they want to feed and sell to our people, innit? You know what I'm saying? And people indulge in what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Negative
So what it does is negative, and it takes that person away from the positive path what they're seeking or searching. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Social media is teaching people to hate. It's keeping the hate. You know what I mean? Just realize people ain't all bad, Right? There's individuals. Get me? No, like you can't say this. Oh, white people are bad.
But you know what? Deep down, though, I know you say this. I know you say that social media is kind of like grooming is grooming the youth. It is grooming the youth, but at the back, when you take it real back, yeah, it's still a lot to do with the parents, because if you respect your dad enough, if you respect his opinion, should be above everybody else's. Really,
absolutely. You know what? Amen to that, man. Yes.
If you respect your parents enough, it doesn't matter what they do on social media. They should respect
your opinion a lot more. You're not effing with it. You're not involved in it because you know it's true. That's so true.
Yeah, but we grow that way there. We grow that way there. And there's only certain ones of us that grow that way there that put the same thing on our youth.
It goes back to them, exactly. It goes back to it goes way, way, way back. It's so true.
So can I throw that out there then, yeah, as we're talking like this now, yeah? So would you believe that a lot of parents, yeah, or I can't say every parent because I can't stereotype like that, but you say majority of parents are letting the internet grow their children, and you believe that there should be a certain age for when a child reaches before they should have any form of access to these sort of things.
Hell yes, I know so many people that have friends that have their kids on Facebook, on Instagram, on all these things, and it's supposed to be 18 plus anyway. What are they doing on there? They have access to all of this stuff which you can't control. You understand? We can't even get our heads. You can't unsee some stuff in it. You see one thing, sometimes I see something, but why does 3 seconds in I can't unsee it? I can see it. You know what I mean? And the kids are accessing
it
at a faster rate.
Let me tell you something. I got my boy. All right, he's 9. All right, and to be honest, I'll say this: he got a Facebook account. And the reason he got a Facebook account is because of he plays this game that he needs a Facebook account for it. That's the only thing. But I check the youth's Facebook account every flipping day.
No, but see, and do not round of applause to you for that. But there's a lot of parents what don't feel necessary that they need to be observing what their kids are looking at on the internet. Have that parental guidance. Like it's your child, isn't it? Like,
and what helps is that as well. With most of the technology stuff, they do have things in place where you can take your time to put up these parental blockages on there anyway as well. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, so they can, and also turn off the internet after a certain time and give them at the end of the day, social media is not going anywhere. You know what I mean? This platform's here. It's evolving daily and rapidly. Do you know what I mean? I think what you could do is, okay, in schools, for instance, they have to access, you have to come home and they've got to do some homework and whatever, and they have to access the computer all the time to do that. They could be on the path, they're sat there, they're in tune with what they need to do, they branch off. So I think it's important to definitely have some form of structure in place just to make sure that they can access certain stuff, turn off the things, and also don't give them all these, the devices thing. My son's 11 years old, he still hasn't got a proper phone. He can't, because I can't trust him. I can't trust nothing. You know what I mean? So,
because my 9-year-old keeps asking me for a mobile phone.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel so bad. You know what I mean? But you know what?
I said no, ain't happening.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I give him the iPhone 4, and he's cussing, he's moaning. Oh, hear him to me. So when I have, if I have a better phone, then I look after it. Oh, what are you comparing? Listen, if you can look after what you've got.
You got to look after the next one.
Yeah, you got to look after the next one. And furthermore, let's go back to why the phone's in place. It's to make sure you're safe. And let's do, for purposes of what it's served for, you know what I mean? So I can access you when it needs to be, and you can, for emergencies, so we can communicate. That's all it's supposed to be based around. You know what I mean?
All right, listen, we need to get back. Listen, the slave auction thing. Yeah. So what you not thinking? What you not thinking about this really and truly? Like, how...
Do you know what?
It's only come to light
because... How do you feel if, like, me, if I was in that position, all right, and it was my youth, I would have gone off my flipping... I would have went nuts.
Trust me.
Seriously, and there would have been some form of...
uproar.
Payback.
Yeah. I think the parents didn't want to comment, did they? The parents didn't want to comment when I read it. But that could be due to so many different reasons.
Because of... I'm wondering, is the black youth still in the school?
We don't know. I don't know, innit? Who knows?
I still can't take it. Still can't get my head around taking a serious article, because it's like the way like it's so like It weren't even on the news.
It sounds drama. Yeah, but come on, of course it's not going to be. And the only reason it's come to light now why the school are dealing with it is because somebody got a whiff of it and went to the media about it. So now the school are trying to act like they give a shit. Do you know what I mean? Initially they tried to brush it under the thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course it's been pushed under the carpet.
Yeah, as a lot of most stories.
Crush. See what my view is, Lenny. Like, you know, it is like personally. Like where my mind is and everything like that. Like obviously I'm shocked. Not shocked by saying that. Obviously I'm disgraced with what happened. But does it shock me? No, because these things happen on a daily basis. It's just a shame that we certain little articles only get out and they don't reach to the mainstream so much. You know what I'm saying? But
the same thing happened in America the other day still. There's some school youth, they hanged one black Jew. You get me? Not hanged him till he died. Yeah. But like he got brought down. So I feel like these probably read the same story and decided to copy it or something because it just seems a bit strange. That happened in America and then all of a sudden it's happening over here.
Remember as well, there's a majority of people that are into this. Do you understand? I really do believe in what they believe in. You know, with Trump and all sorts of stuff. This is what they're about. They believe in what they believe in, and they're going to wipe us to attempt to and do. You know, they're going to follow what they believe in. Yes, but back in the day, I believe that white people should be this, black people should be this, and we're going to run with it. And there's always, I don't understand how people, their mindset's so fucked up, and then they sit with the next person and able to even talk about it, to then make it become a movement, if that makes sense, you know what I mean, or even an idea, you know what I mean, together. I think that's mad.
I seen a picture, and it's an American school, and flipping, it was some white students, but they covered their faces in some black flipping boot polish. They covered one of their faces in some black boot polish, and they were all dressed up. See, like flipping hillbillies.
Oh, was this for Halloween? Was this a Halloween thing?
I think it was a Halloween thing, right? And they were all white, and they had one that they put boot polish on, right, to make it look black, and they had a rope around his neck, and they're like walking around with him taking pictures.
Yeah, I've seen that. And also in the universities as well, there was something the other day where there was, I think, a black student, a black girl, and they were knocking down her door. She was locked in her room. They were shouting stuff to her to come out of the university.
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that. It's just...
it's just so disheartening, isn't it?
It's disgusting, and then on the other hand, they go, here's Black Panther, here, have a bit of black knowledge. Like,
have a little bit of that.
And then people get gassed on that, we're all united. It's just, the system's just messed, man.
But with that comes, with Hollywood and all that kind of stuff, they ultimately hold the power. So, it's like, we're going to allow you to do this. They're going to start seeing numbers go up and be like, oh, you know what? Okay, so we're going to give you more. Here you go, take this. Have that little bit of money and work with that now. You know what I mean? And we think, and they,
money makers.
People that are not awoke, they think, we're elevating. No, we're still being this damn puppet.
Yes. You know, it's basically another form of slavery, isn't it? You're just lining up their pockets for them to work against us. You get me?
Exactly, they're 10 steps ahead. You understand? And the thing is with that, as much as sitting watching it was like, oh my God, you know what? This feels so good, but at the same time, no, it's like a yin and yang. It's like a double whammy. You get slapped back in the face saying, no, but this is all still done off the back of other things that we're allowed. They're allowing us. So it's like a elevate, but then at the same time, it's like a roller coaster. It brings you up and right back down again. Because it makes you start double guessing and start thinking of like, what the fuck does this really mean? Like, how?
Listen, let me ask you something, right? Seeing as we're going that way there now, I want to. Do you know Michael J. White? Anyone heard of Michael J. White?
Michael J. White.
That name sounds so familiar. He's an actor. The one that black guy in it, he does the martial arts in there.
Martial arts.
Yeah.
Well, him now, he's making a film called, what's it called again? Black something. Well, I think he's like a cowboy, sheriff kind of thing in it. But he's making it off his own back. He's using his own money, and plus he's asking like black people, right, to invest in the movie as well. He's saying that he's trying to bring it so it's a black-owned, everything is black this, black that, right? He's trying to involve his own people in it. He said that we don't own nothing at all.
No,
even though we might be in movies and we might get a star role, you don't own nothing, as in he's trying to make some companies that's black-owned.
Okay, well, this has been happening for a while. You go back to Ice Cube and you go back to people like that who really kind of went in their own pockets to kind of pave the way for these kind of things in the first place. You know what I mean? I think that, okay, that's a good look, but there's not enough people. With us black people, for some reason, it's only for the now. It sounds all good at the time, but then we don't keep persevering, or we're not consistent with it, and there's not enough people. There's so many different groups of people supporting the same thing, but not in unison, if that makes sense. You understand? So that's a great idea. I think it's great. Like, let's support it, let's do it. But then where's it going to go from there? Where's it going to go? Because if you think about it, hood movies are all done we're all put in our pockets and get one camera out and go and shoot a hood movie anyway. So it's like...
but let me ask you now,
Go on.
Let's put it on this way, all right? See, as black people now, do you think that we're quick to say that we would support, but we're not quick enough to support? If you get what I mean. Like, put down...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So we're always saying that we need to have our own business, that. But at the end of the day, like...
Lenny,
properly.
Our black people been screaming up for time, and I notice what it is like even like going back to this situation now with this young black boy, what we went through and stuff like that, and other little things, and black people say, oh, we need to protest and this and that, and it's only for the now, because if that's what's for the now right now, see if couple months later, no one's forgot about that. It's on to the next hype. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see in people. It's just my general view. That's what I see. It's that people just take up things. No one's not really genuine about this thing. No one don't really want to help. My brother's doing something positive, and I say to him, do you know what? Keep pushing. Believe in yourself. No, I'm not gonna. I don't hear that because I'm not seeing it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we live in this world, innit? People want to see it, innit? You could tell someone your future and you know what I'm saying, show them, this is what I'm planning to do and I'm trying to go forward here. And this is what black people do. We like to hold back our people. We don't encourage them enough.
Yeah, and I agree.
Can I just add to something there, actually? I just had a little thought, and you see this guy, what's his name, Michael J. What, sorry?
Michael J. White.
Okay,
he was a martial arts guy.
Yeah.
He was a martial arts guy.
He's the blood out in
that film is Why Did I
Get Hammer in that.
Yes, I know exactly what you're about, man. Yeah.
So with this guy here now, I think in terms of, let me just put it this way. Okay, so if we all invested into that would be a good look, because if you think a lot of people are taking their education serious, they're in university, we've got more filmmakers, we've got more producers, we've got more cameramen, we've got more solicitors, we've got more black people involved in a lot of stuff. So let's use Asda, for instance, So they say go to a black-owned shop. We go to Bristol, we go to BRB. We don't really support that. We go down the road to go and get what we need to do. If we did, in actual fact, support that more, we could create a main brand, a main franchise, and then it could branch off, I guess. So in that aspect, when I check it out in that way, what he's trying to do is very empowering. If it could be sold or enough for us to jump on that and do it, so that we could, because there's no why couldn't we have a black motherfucking Asda? Do you know what I mean?
Do you know about that website, We Buy Black?
Yeah. There's a few of them where you can add on all the sites of any black owned business. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is ways to do that.
But hold on, going back to that, that's going to be, and at the end of the day, there's going to be a long catalogue of black owned businesses. How about we stop doing that and trust it in the ones that seem to be making sense, and then it will grow bigger, and then the stems can branch off, if that makes any damn sense. You know what I mean? But it's how you go about. Us black people need to trust in it, innit, to be able to really...
To trust in each other.
You know, I mean, the consistency needs to be for us to really believe in it. And that goes back to, we haven't got much main people anymore. We haven't got somebody that we follow that is righteous enough, you understand, for us to really walk and talk and want to be a part of. There's so many different groups, opposed to that one person that is so... great, that, we believe in that, let's go, you understand? Everyone's trying to be the boss, so all a bit confusing, do you know what I mean? And it's disheartening because All right, well, listen, we're going to move on from this subject, but I want to ask everyone, has anyone else got anything to say on it?
No.
So going back to the main point, it was about
the slave auction
and I think the kids need to be expelled. It needs to be... it needs to now become some form of...
Well, it don't make much sense to me, because I remember I got suspended from school because I told the teacher that our breath stink, and the teacher was an Asian lady, yeah? The teacher was an Asian lady, and they told me that they suspended me because I was being racist. I was insinuating our breath smelled of curry, and I said, well, I was not insinuating our breath smelled of curry. No, the joke is, I was just a youth. I was just saying, move from me, your breath stink. Yeah. They're saying, so I'm saying now you're racist because you're saying that. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking nothing of the story.
I was thinking that. Yeah, okay.
That's what it was.
But they were pushing on us as each other, innit? Do you understand? Whereas now, well, you can see what's happening. You know what I mean? They're gonna find some avenue to make this not what it was. Do you understand? Online, they're going to try and pick something out, and that's why the investigation is going to go on, because they're going to take their time to dissect every little thing. So when it goes to the call, whatever it needs to do, they have an answer for everything, and it just can't be. It must be, they couldn't read that day. It could be any goddamn thing, but it just wasn't what it was. You understand? They put
listen, what I want to say on the matter, yeah, with these kids, do you reckon they should be educated on what's racist or not?
I think it helps to influence. It helps to influence it, which opens up the window. But yes,
they should know. Me myself, they're 15, 16, so I reckon they should know. But some kind.
No, I know they know,
but not
they don't know. Clearly not enough. You know clearly not enough. Yeah, clearly not enough. So yes, maybe there could be something implemented that definitely gives them a sense of what's right or wrong, or what's politically correct to say. Which is unfortunate, because it takes away from the organic way things are. Your energy, your heart should teach you that yourself, to some degree. So it's like we're going to have to now school them or teach them. It's like robots, you know what I mean? Really, really conditioning them to know what's right and wrong as well. So it's a bit of a hit and miss for me. A bit of a hit and miss.
Yeah, miss.
You know what I mean? Because if you're going to teach them, that means you're going to just be conformed to that. What about your natural heart? You understand? That's when that's the realness, isn't it? You understand? Yeah. You're going to learn from your mistakes. You're going to get it. Oh my God, I didn't know that. Oh shit! And then you'll never make that mistake again, or you're going to never challenge it. But your mind might want to. You know? You can
watch TV, yeah. You can watch something on TV, and your heart tells you whether you think it's wrong or if you want to ride with that.
Yeah.
It's generally, if you're a good-hearted person, then regardless if you've seen it and you was taught it, it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to agree with it. You get what I'm trying to say? These dudes got such an evil in them anyway. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. They got such an evil in them anyway. Because I've been shown certain things about other races. I don't digest it and accept it and follow it.
Like we got rage in our soul. We feel a certain way about some stuff. But yeah, how comes we're the ones that will? If there's that one white youth that's around us, we embrace that shit. You understand? We're not like that. We're just equipped and built a certain way. We are, and we could really turn. We really could when you just think about 3 things in the back of your head. I can go out to the shop now, and I'd be so angry with the white robe, but yet I still open the door for an old white lady and be like, "Hey, good morning," because I'm just built like that. I'm just equipped with that sense of heart. Do you understand?
It's because of me, myself. I know that I can't be horrible to every white person on account of what a few would do. You get me? So.
But then, funny enough, on the flip side, they would without a flash, and that goes back to, I guess, maybe what our problem is that we do have too much heart, and we should not. You understand? And now, don't take that. Actually, no, take it exactly how it is. Maybe that's our downfall. We shouldn't.
No, but but do you know what you're saying, though, Selena? Why we always embrace in our heart, yeah. So it's showing you that how our people originally was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But then look where it's getting us. It's not really getting us much places, is it? Apart from holding on to what our natural, that thing about us as we're equipped with. But then something's got to give, innit? Like maybe if we didn't have such a conscience and wasn't such a certain way, we'd be savage out here. But the thing is, we would only have to be savage for a certain while to get things how it needs to be. Then we go back to unison. Do you understand? That's what I believe. You understand? Yeah. That might be what it has to take at the end of the day.
You know what? We're going to have to move on from this subject. We've got 2 more subjects to go. Yeah?
Jeez.
Listen, the next
subject. Is everyone good? Yeah? Is everyone feeling good? Is everyone feeling good?
Listen, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this or I'm going to leave this to Crush. Still, but, this subject.
I haven't even got it up, you know. I haven't got it up, so you're gonna have to take this one for me.
You want me to take it? All right, listen.
Yeah.
Okay, ISIS, all right? And their bosses, you know. Or the ISIS terrorist group has threatened, yeah?
So they haven't done it. They haven't done it. Okay.
No,
so they haven't done it. Okay.
Their sites on it, but they're saying that they're going to expose.
They have done it. Who said they have? Who said they have?
They have.
Terrorist
Apparently.
group ISIS.
Apparently. But they haven't owned up to it.
Apparently, leaks pics of Meghan Markle.
So hold on. So let me just get this right. So
read out the thing, man. Read out the thing.
Listen, let me read it
sorry.
out.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, listen. This is a report comes from Media Takeout. Yeah. Earlier this week, the soon-to-be princess Meghan Markle was being threatened by ISIS. Shortly after ISIS issued threats, Kensington Palace spoke out, calling the alleged naked pics of Meghan's fake to the website. Well, ISIS has kept its promise and leaked what appeared to be naked pics of the princess. ISIS left more threats saying the important British imperialists would be wise to head ISIS most reasonable demands before even more pictures get leaked, yeah? They've asked for. Right?
I love it.
They've asked for. They want some sheep, and they want some top of the range, and they want a dozen of them.
I love it. This is the end of this empire.
Wait, hold on, not a dozen. They want 3 dozen sheep of the finest quality. And the shipment has been asked to be dropped off at an undisclosed location near the borders of Syria.
Wow.
They're taking the absolute piss. I love it.
Yeah,
this is the end of the era. You understand? Don't fuck with, even if it's not them, who gives a shit? You understand? You see, this is royalty, this is real life, it's good. You understand? This is really going to shake some stuff up, and in 100 years, we're not going to be here, innit? But I would love to just be able to look over and see what happens from all of this kind of stuff. It's the end of an empire, and it's just going to crash. It's coming tumbling down. They never expected this. They're supposed to be so angry that he's marrying. You know, this is going to change the bloodline. Everything they've been working so hard towards. They didn't realize it's on the back of everything they're not. And this is just like the icing on the cake. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited. I feel sorry for her, but she signed up for it, and if she has to be the prophet to bring in a couple of things, and so be it. You understand? She's willing to take on. She knows what she's up against. You understand? This is great. That's my humble opinion, anyway. You know what I mean? I can't wait.
If I'm honest, I think it's fake news still. I reckon it's fake news.
Has anyone seen any pictures? Has anyone actually seen any pictures?
They said it was first pictures, yeah, and they said that there was a link. So I followed this story right through because there was more demands. There's more demands than that. The demands was too much joke. So anyway, they said, right, push this, yeah. And then I pushed the link, yeah, and I went onto the thing, and I seen a picture of some lighty, yeah. You can see her bent over, you see a little bit of tea, but you can't see who it is. But anyway, boom. You go on to, like, yeah, more pictures, and then it brings you through to some porn site asking you to subscribe and all that. So, like, I reckon, no, let me finish. I reckon there's some Nigerians at the other end of the computer doing some fraud thing. You get me? I reckon they want man to go onto the thing, subscribe, pay some money, you can see some Meghan Markle photos, and it's just a dud. You get me? Fake news. Just some Nigerian at the end of a computer trying to get money out of people. Definitely.
As they do.
Definitely a Nigerian. Definitely.
Definitely a Nigerian.
Well, if that's the case, I might follow a couple of my Nigerian. You get me? Get in on the source. Get in with the source, man. Oh, wow.
So you reckon Nigerians that's naked pics?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with
ISIS your blood clot. ISIS don't have an own to none of this.
ISIS is Timmy Tayo.
Like that, they want 3 dozen sheep of the finest quality.
That shows you the mockery, isn't it? That's just fucking mockery. They're mocking the whole movement. But good. Good. That's my opinion anyway. And I'm business. I know business about that. Good. Do whatever you need to do. I mean, bring them down. That's my opinion anyway.
Yeah, do you know what?
Jokes.
Carry on, Gil.
I just find it hilarious. I find it hilarious. like really and truly ISIS with these people, what they so-called terrorists, what have been blowing up here, there, and there, and they're now threatening because they have pictures what they leaked now for bed. And you say sheets, like.
But where they get the pictures?
You know what I'm saying? They're not worried about that. You understand? These people are blowing up stuff. Like, I don't know. The Nigerian story makes more sense to me, man. I can relate with that one. Still,
yeah, man, the Nigerian make more sense to true, you know.
It make more, yeah, I can work with the Nigerian thing. It kind of makes sense, man. I'm not really a Nigerian. Sure, find out because
I see Nigerian and brethren them, innit?
Yeah,
man. Some Markle.
Well, anyway, come back in it. That'd be a good idea. You never get caught up with that one, innit? You know what I'm saying?
What are you saying? It always goes back to what? To Barclays Bank, yeah?
Yeah, come on. Look at it, yeah? You wouldn't think, innit, like, cool, you're reading this article, this and that, yeah, that you're going to be thinking there's a scam, there's some Nigerian guy from Lagos or whatever he may be, you're trying to run a scam, you're not thinking that, and it brings you into, before you get into the porn site, you don't even realize your money's gone already, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're tough, you're signing this thing, you're getting corralled, you forgot about the story.
They already took it 55 from about 1 million people.
On Facebook as well, you know.
But remember as well, yeah, there is a real group. There is a real group, I think, but then there's also the media side of it. You know what I mean? That milk everything and blame everything on that, and understand and put us, in a zone where we believe. It's all goes back to perception again, you know. And
you're saying too about that, Selena, for sure. Basically that media have a lot of a big influence on the thing. So like, regarding like what goes on in the Middle East, we see like Syria and all these people kicking up and they make it believe that it's a big thing.
Yeah,
it's only a group. It's only a small minority.
It's a small minority.
Yeah, and they trigger and they set things up and set up fake bombs and all this thing and make people believe.
Backdrops and all sorts. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, it's why this story seems like. Why I was thinking about it now. Yeah, I was reading into it. Yeah, and it claims like first of all, the ISIS is saying that basically they want. They demand for UK troops to be withdrawn from the Muslim holy lands, right? So, first of all, it's not like they're taking a piss, right? They're talking about demands first.
Yeah.
The second demand orders, what was that word? Abdication of Queen Elizabeth, so that Sadiq and the current mayor of London come
Wow.
Hey, those demands are big, you know.
Yo. Now they're taking a piss. They ain't nothing to do with ISIS.
Anyone that's reading that, you know, that really believes
Sadiq Khan Indian, though.
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm sure he's not even Muslim. Is he Muslim? I thought he's Indian. I thought he was Sikh or something.
Who's Indian?
They are taking the piss.
They're mocking it. They're really mocking it.
Yeah, of course, man. Obviously, but what sells, isn't it? As sad as it is selling, people take it.
And if they can grasp, say 50,000 of us from now out of 1 million, then they're winning. You understand? Because they're always going to. It's just going back to the Conservative Party. Certain things they're always going to try and. They were established many years ago that we're going to fuck with everybody, but the chances are there's a lot that are going to want to. Not going to conform. You have to lose them too. But if they can take a group of them and they're winning. You know what I mean?
Understand something, yeah? Does me myself, I don't think this is a true story now, yeah? What other thing? Do you think it's ISIS?
Nah, definitely not.
Nah, man. I just got a message from my brother, and he says we ring for Nigerians who are gone. That sounds like a plan that Sam was, man. I think the Nigerian thing some kind of more, you get me? Like, really big bad ISIS threatening, like, with pictures, like, wow, you're scary with that one, isn't it?
So it's not really, it's Big Bad Tunde, yes? Big Bad Tunde.
Yeah.
It's unofending, man.
ISIS is going past them.
Unofending.
Yes, definitely unofending.
Yeah, man. Got offshore accounts. He's laughing right now.
I want one of them accounts there.
All right, cool.
Listen, has anyone else got anything to say on that?
No.
I
think we're all in agreement.
Huh?
Where's Marnie?
Yo.
Listen, have you got anything to say on that situation?
Nah, I'm done with that. That's dead. I'm done with that.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, all right, let's move on to something else. But I'm going to bring this on to you, Gilly, man.
Okay. Well, this is a story come from a BBC article about the attempted murder of a former Russian double agent and his daughter on British soil has led to accusations of Russian state involvement. The British government has expelled 23 Russian diplomats after Moscow refused to explain how a nerve agent was used against former Russian spies. Yeah, these Russian people got weird names, man. I got to pronounce this now. These Sergio Skripal. I don't know. I'm not Russian. People, I'm not Russian. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So, 66 and his 33-year-old daughter Yuli in Salisbury on Sunday, the 4th of March. Prime Minister Theresa May said the chemicals used in the attack has been identified as being a part of a group of nerve agents developed by Russians known as, Russian names got some weird names, sorry, Novichok, I believe, that's my pronunciation
that's
of it.
That's all right, that's cool, go on.
No, come on, we black people, we make our own pronunciation.
We make our own.
So we're good.
Improvise.
Yeah, so the Russian Foreign Ministry has called Mrs. May allegations insane. Russian Foreign Minister spokeswoman Maria Zakharova said the UK was one of the most likely sources of the nerve agents, along with the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Sweden, or possibly the United States. I'm going to hand that back over to you, Lenny, yeah? So, what do you think about that?
Tell you the truth, I don't really want to talk too much about it because them Russian people are different, eh?
I'm never lying. I'm
they're all locked in now.
They're all locked in and loaded. Phone call right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, listen. Be careful what you say right now.
I tell you, I just put my 2 pence.
I know something.
I put my 2 pence in, yeah.
I reckon you can't just, I don't know where to start because poisoning and all that sort of shit. How did he do it? Alright, because they're saying that the Russians done it, yeah? How did they do it if the fuckers over in England? I reckon some English fucker done it, to tell you the truth, to try start some bullshit.
That makes more sense.
That does make sense, yeah.
They're looking war, and they're looking to blame it on Russia, but they're looking to blame it on the wrong fucking country. You blame Russia, alright? Russia, where's Russia near? China and all that, innit?
Yeah, Russia, yes. So, yeah, you're near them ways.
So you got them 2 countries there.
Do you know what I think, Lenny, personally? And a lot, it's like, this is what I say about news and stuff like that. Things will come out and people will be all over it and then they forget about things. Like, people have to remember right now with the United Kingdom and the United States of America, right now, there's a thin line between them and Putin. For the simple fact with the whole Syria situation, how Russia got Syria and the allies and all these sort of things and the crossover with the Chinese and all these sort of things, because right now a lot of people might not be aware of it, but there's a fight for power right now, and it's coming to that time again that war is really going to happen. So I reckon it's just something to throw at Putin. It's just more things to just get people on side to make Putin this evil person to kind of go their way eventually how they're going to get into this country. But it won't be as simple as that.
No, it ain't going to be as simple as that. We better mind that our country, them don't get fucked over.
I think that one there a bit too much. A bit too much off. Right.
I reckon. I don't know too much about all this particular story. I don't really get involved too much on the political side of stuff. I know a little bit, and I leave it there. What I do know is Russia is a mad boy country, yeah? So when I told you it's the end of the empire, Russia and China, these places, they're coming up in it. They are ready. They are ready for everything. So...
Yeah, see, I'm not too political. You get what I'm trying to say? I don't really know too much about this.
But I know when it comes to Russia, don't fuck with them.
Yeah. And I know that, Boris Johnson better watch his mouth. That's all I'm saying, innit? I ain't saying nothing, but Boris Johnson better mind how he's chatting, because he's chatting wicked right now.
That will go get pushed back.
What's their boss's name again? What's their Putin? What's how you say his name?
Putin.
Putin. See that brother there? Alright? I reckon he's down to what he's done for Russia. Look, what did he do? He made a certain money, innit?
Yeah, because when he took over power, they was in recession. You get me? And since he's been in power, he's going for his 4th term. You get me? That's a long time, and he took it right out of recession and made. Like he's done things for the country.
Yeah, he's made something that rivals. What is it? The pound or something, innit? Or is it some different information?
But then, fellas, think about it.
He's done something for the country where basically they don't need the English money and all the sort of things there.
Exactly. But this is what I'm saying. You've got to think here. This is such a big media coverage thing. You've got to remember there's always a strategic plan behind it. Yeah. So what we're even talking about now is what they want us to be talking about. It's usually this is what they fed us with. So it's got to be something else.
Yeah, Crush. So see what you got to remember about. Yeah, there's a hidden agenda.
Yeah, you know we're talking about it.
And do you know the hidden agenda is? A lot of people don't know, out on the coast of Russia is one of the major gas pipes for the whole of this world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they have major gas and stuff like that. In Russia, they're very advanced. You have to remember they mess with the Chinese. Chinese are so advanced.
That's what I'm saying.
Their level of advancement is stupid. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you. So they're giving us something because they don't give us nothing for free. So you've got to really, really let that digest. Really understand that.
Do you know what I say to all of you lot on here? Yeah? See, do you know what I've learned over the years when I start to I have to watch our news and take it in? Yeah. Do you know when you start to watch all them foreign news like Al Jazeera and stuff like that, you hear the same story. It's a complete different thing what they're saying. So we're just getting our side of the story, innit?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And also what they want to give us. You understand?
No, of course they're going to keep their side.
But yeah, it's true. They can't stop us from uncovering more and dissecting things, I guess, ourselves more. You know what I mean?
Between the United Kingdom and flipping America, the USA, they like to bully people out of things. Right?
Of course.
Right now they done the same thing with the oil, with fucking Hussein.
With Saddam.
Saddam killed him off. Done the same thing with the brother there from
Gaddafi. They did Gaddafi. They just now got Robert Mugabe out of power over in Zimbabwe.
They wanted. They needed. They want to bully the people them out of their things. They don't want to pay for the stuff. They want to take people's stuff. That's what it is. They just want to take for things. They've been doing it all
my life. This is what this country's been doing.
That's what I'm saying. It's built up of everybody else.
No, what
yes,
it's England.
The American.
England is made off of
everyone else's back.
Of a thief in people's things.
Yeah, and the same as America. It's built up of everyone. Those two places especially are built up of everybody else's shit. You understand? And it's not going to last much longer, isn't it? We're coming.
And the funny thing about
the countries are bigger than original. Like you said, Russia and China and all that. Those two there, remember, they're
I rate them. I rate them
together.
Yeah, I rate them.
If you're touching Russia, and you feel you're flinging bombs over there, remember, you're touching China and all those other places there as well. So
then you can't fuck with them alliances, you understand? Can't fuck with that. And that's why I rate them. I rate them places. I think that's how it should be. Earn it.
Our country is the one that has to end up on the worst end of the stick if this shit happens. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's happening. Like I said, it's the end of the empire because these two places, America and England, are built up of everything else by their own capacity, mindset, and how to do things. You understand? They just know how to take. You know what I mean? There's no other way for them, and that's why it's going to crash because there's some things they can't teach, and that's what they always want to uncover from us. You understand?
It's
been crashing, but we ain't going to be here when the ultimate thing happens, isn't it? Because it happens with the Romans and certain things. And
another thing I don't understand is that this country loves to take it. But when I took, I went to prison. So I'm doing the same stuff what you lot are doing, innit? Like real talk, innit? Like,
for real.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going through that struggle. You lot do this, and you lot.
Yeah, but that's because we're in their system. We're still in their system, so we're going to go through that regardless. We like it. That's part of it.
We have to behave ourselves.
We just got to know how
they want, but we have to behave ourselves.
Thank you. Like I've always said, going back to the balance, we've got to know how to be civilian, but also know what is required to be able to live, opposed to survive. You understand? And there's many ways you can do that without having to step on or be an outcast or be a. You understand? We could still do that within reason. You understand? And that's the balance. Everything's in balance again. You know what I mean? Madness.
But it's a mad thing though, because obviously to poison someone into that, them people whoever did that, yeah, they must be some serious people, you know. They're not your average normal officers. You know what I'm saying? These people are proper top notch. Because I think it was only a few years ago when the last time it happened, when the ever Russian diplomat, one of them got killed, didn't it? I don't know if you remember that.
Who was that? That was about 3 years ago or something.
Yeah, something. They gave him the poison, innit? And Mama.
Why does that ring a bell? Yeah, it rings a bell.
It made his hair all drop out, and he died in the hospital, innit?
They used to say all this is freaking true anyway.
I remember something like that, you know. I remember that.
It's about 3 years ago, and I can feel it rings a bell. Yeah, but I don't know too much about all of that.
All right. Do you know what? Listen, we got to wrap up soon because we've gone over time. We're like 17 minutes over. But,
oh, wow.
Listen, I want to know Marnie's final thoughts. Sound like he's making tea. Yo, Marnie, you making a cup of tea or something, fam?
I'm making an egg sandwich still.
You're making an egg sandwich?
He's making an egg sandwich.
What's your final thoughts? What's your final thoughts? You get back to your runny egg sandwich. I know you like the runny egg there.
Oh, wow.
Hey, listen, bro. I got, huh?
What do you call it? Sunny side up?
Oh yeah, of course. Like obviously, listen, I gotta go to my bed. I got catch a train at like 5:20 in the morning, bro. I gotta go work.
Wow, Mommy, fully conformed, bro. Love it.
Yeah.
What's your final thought?
What about the whole show? I've been doing today. I think we've touched on some serious subjects. I think everybody's had a valid point, a valid opinion. Yeah. I think you'll hear from me again.
You're gonna be back, yeah? Make sure you know.
Yeah, you'll hear from me again.
All right. So everyone, listen. Anyone else got anything to say? The last topic there.
I just know that is when it comes to politics, I try not to get my head too much into it because it's more headache than it's worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That alone. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't believe that. I believe it's not more headache than it's worth. I think it's a more intrinsic. For some people get it, and some people don't. We stay away from it because it's a bit. It's a lot to take. We need to be involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you have to understand. You have to know what's going on.
I just don't like it. I don't fucks with it, and I don't. But I do fucks with Russia. That's what I do know. That's my opinion. That's me.
I think that England is buying off more than it could chew.
Mhm. It's time.
It's like your eyes, what's that? The eyes them is too big for the belly, isn't it?
Okay.
Right there. So right now, I'm scared of what could happen. Like how America is scared of Korea right now. I'm scared of Russia right now. Remember, and the World Cup's coming up soon as well. And where's the World Cup?
Where is it?
Russia.
Yeah, see it there?
Blood clot.
And on that final note, you know, Lenny, you know, it's true what you're saying, guys. Because a lot of things what do happen, remember, it's not the government who are sitting in there talking about all these things. It's innocent people what feel the effect of this, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a nice thing. It's the lower class of people what get caught up in the madness, innit? But it's nothing in it because they don't care about it. They're the pieces.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
You got a little bunker them that they're hiding underneath. We don't got no bunker.
No, bunk bed.
You know, and the thing is, where I'm near one place named the MOD, the Ministry of Defense, yeah? I swear that's one of the places they'd want to lick first.
Yeah, we're a target. We're a big target still.
Massive.
That building. That building is very important. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Ministry of Defense is a big building.
Listen, I love you, my brother, but I'm up the motorway. I'm up the M4. Like I say,
and I'm in country.
I'm in London. So like you see on the bus, I swear, but I know what you're saying. Them places like the MOD places, those are places where they get hit out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh boy.
Listen, we have to wrap this show up. It's over time, yeah?
It's been a blast, fellas. It's been a blast.
Listen.
Yo.
When you lot away to welcome me back again, then I'm here, man.
We do want you back. Definitely get it, man. Definitely.
Well, Gilly, my brother.
Yeah, listen, you lot take care, yeah?
My brother, Gilly, little more, brother.
Yeah.
All right, listen, let me
yes, skills.
Yeah.
Yo, everyone. Listen, I want to thank everyone for listening to the show. All right, we're going to be back again 9 o'clock next week on the Dutty Bumbacast. All right,
Dutty
Bumbacast. Everyone that's tuned in, could you please like and share our show, please. All right, and just tune in again next week, 9 o'clock, same time, same place.